Hey y'all! Well, today we start Wonton Wednesday, and I hope everybody joins in. There are the original 4 of us, and that is myself, Vickie of Vickie's Country Home. There's Diane, the Canning Nana. There is Judy at Our Wandering Footprints. There is Tressa at Tressa's Stay-at-Home Life. And yesterday I heard from Coco Noelle, this all was her idea. She saw my video of my carnitas wonton appetizer, and I'll put a link up there for you. She saw that and she said, you really need to do a collaboration. So that's where this all came from. So I'm very happy to say that she's going to join us, maybe not every week, but she's going to try. So there are now 5 people that will be doing this, and we invite you all to do your version of Wonton Wednesday and upload it. And we look forward to all the fun, creative ideas. It's going to be so much fun. So I am making Wor Wonton soup. And this one takes some prep, but we have a little local restaurant that we love their wonton soup. And the Wor Wonton, and I believe Wor in Chinese means everything. This soup has everything. So I have already cooked 1 chicken breast and 1 pork chop. And now I have browned up 1 pound of ground pork. So now we're really going to get started, and this is going to be the mixture that goes in the wontons. So let me turn the camera down here and I'll show you what I'm doing. Alright, so I've got 1 pound of ground pork and I've got it browned, and I've got it about medium low. So now what I'm going to do is start adding all the yummy ingredients. And I have about a teaspoon of chopped up fresh ginger, about 2 tablespoons of chopped Italian parsley, and 4 thinly sliced green onions. And I'm going to add them all to this ground pork. And I have about a half teaspoon of salt, about 3/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and a teaspoon of granulated garlic. So we're going to add that. Teaspoon of soy sauce, teaspoon of dry sherry, and oh my gosh, this just started smelling really amazing. Have a tablespoon of sesame oil, get all that yumminess in there, and 1 beaten egg. I'm going to mix this up a little bit before I put that egg in there. Now, I'm going to cook this for about 3 to 5 minutes. In the meantime, I have chopped up 8 good-sized shrimp, and I am going to cook those separately. Then they'll be added to this. So let me get those cooked, and let this cook for the 3 to 5 minutes, and I'll bring you back. Okay, I've got the shrimp cooked, and I'm just going to add them to this mixture. I'm going to mix it together, and then I'm going to probably take it out of this pan because I want it to cool. And we all know cast iron holds its heat. So I'm just going to stir it together, pour it in a bowl and let it sit for just a few minutes, just to slightly cool off. We just don't want to handle the really hot food. Okay, time to make the wontons. I'm using egg roll wrappers and they're larger. You can make this with the wonton wrappers. It's totally your preference. So I take my wonton wrapper and I'm going to add about a tablespoon of the filling and put it right in the middle. And then I'm going to wet my finger, run across two edges, and fold this into a triangle. You're going to press as much air out as you can. And then you're going to seal the edges. Now there's different ways of folding it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two back corners and fold them together. And using the water to seal it. And then you have this little pocket. And yes, these are a little bit larger, but they're going to be so good. As you make them, just put them on an oiled plate and keep going. I'll make one more for you, and then I will go ahead and finish these and then show you more when I get to the next step. So, about a tablespoon. It can be more if you choose. Doesn't really matter. Wet the two edges. Push out the air. And I am by no means an expert at this, but I love food, so you know me, I'm willing to give it a try. There we go. All right, I've got my chicken broth heating up with the 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. I added more chicken broth because this is a lot of wonton and I think we needed it. So now I'm going to add 1 can of sliced water chestnuts that I've drained. I don't know, 8 to 10 mushrooms that I've sliced. And I have some snow peas here. I'm not choosing amounts, I'm just putting in what I think will fit. So we're gonna let those cook for just a minute. Alright, now we're gonna start adding all of these wontons. And there's a bunch, which is why I added more chicken broth. So we're gonna drop them in there. Only a few at a time. I don't want to crowd them because we don't want them sticking together. So we're going to put them in, give them a minute or two. And then add more. And this is going to be so full of wonton. It's going to be amazing. So I'm going to continue adding these and I'll bring you back in a minute. Alright, I'm going to add just a small handful of sliced green onions. And you'll see that these wontons are floating. So we're ready to serve this up. No, we're not. We have the rest of the pound of shrimp, and this was Zaycon Argentinian shrimp, and it is such good shrimp. It's already been cooked, so we're just going to put it in there. Now we're going to ladle this into bowls, and I have 1 cooked chicken breast and 1 cooked pork chop, sliced thinly. I've got more sliced green onion. We're going to make this even better. Wor Wonton means everything. So I'm going to add some spinach because I think that would be really good in it too. That's not in the recipe. That's okay. You can always improvise. And this is going to add really good flavor and texture. So, and more greens, which we love. All right, I'm going to dish some up. All right. So I'm going to get a nice ladle with some snow peas, water chestnuts. You want to get a little bit of everything in there. Some spinach. And get a couple of these yummy wonton. And find some shrimp. It's hiding. Sorry about that, my dog can't keep his mouth shut sometimes. So I've got my soup all in the bowl, and here I have some sliced up pork chop. These were huge pork chops. Thinly sliced. And some chicken breast. And again, Wor Wonton means everything. And this bowl of soup has everything. So now we're going to give this a try. Just get that all down in there. I love that it has the soft, it has the crunchiness from the water chestnuts. This is so good, and this is definitely a meal. In fact, it's probably a couple of meals for us. So I hope you enjoyed Wonton Wednesday. I'm going to put the playlist here and in the info, and be sure and check out everybody else's ideas because this is going to be so fun. Join in. Just make sure that you say that you are joining Wonton Wednesday in the beginning of your video, and be sure and put that in your title. And then go to our videos and put in the link to your video, and we will add you to our playlist. So thank you for joining us, and have fun with this. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk again soon. This recipe made a lot of wonton filling. If I make it again, and I will probably half the filling mixture and use the small wonton wrappers. Thanks for watching.